it is Sam. We're back, and today in this video, I'm going to be comparing Call of Duty Infinite Warfare with Overwatch. So I've been playing quite a bit of Overwatch recently. Right now I'm level 12. It doesn't seem too high, but I've been playing quite a bit. I played all last night, all this morning. In between revision sessions. Yeah, so I'm going to be comparing both of the games, two games which are very good in my opinion. And yeah, so let's get straight into it. So first I'm going to be talking about the loading in pages for each of them. So in Overwatch you have your, when you're loading in, what it is it's a photo of the map you're playing on, and it's got some music in the background or something, and then they tell you what map you're playing on, and you get to choose your hero. Whereas in Call of Duty, what you do when you're loading in, it's just a panning of the map, and then you choose your class. So it's a little bit different, but similar in different ways. Next, I'm going to be talking about the waiting for the game to load up. So in Overwatch, if you don't have enough players to get into a game, you go into a special match where you just play against each other. It's not competitive or anything. You just test out different characters while waiting to get into a game, which can be quite good fun. It wastes time, you know, while you're waiting. It helps you quite a bit. Whereas on Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, the waiting time is about 1 minute, and you just do whatever you want, choose your class, and go through all the pages. But the difference is that on Overwatch, this loading into a brand new game can be quite annoying sometimes, because you're constantly going into different games and then logging out and then logging back into them, and the way that they connect to other players is a lot different from Call of Duty. People join the same lobby, but it doesn't wait to launch into the game before you have enough people. What you do is you launch into a game, you wait for more people to join, and then you launch it to a separate game, which can cause a lot of lag and it can be quite tiresome. Whereas on Call of Duty, a lot of people just log onto the same server and then it heads into a game, which in my opinion is a lot better. It takes less time, and because you're just loading up less things. So I think Call of Duty takes the point for that one, whereas Overwatch takes the first point for loading in. So now I'm going to talk about the heroes and specialists and the character customization of the people. So the heroes in Overwatch, well, you have a lot of different heroes. You have about 24 heroes there is you can choose from, which is a lot of heroes. Whereas in Infinite Warfare there are only 6 characters which you can choose from. But in Overwatch, each of the character has a different play style, different abilities, and different weapons, as there are no custom classes in Overwatch. Whereas in Infinite Warfare you have custom classes, and then you have all of your different specialists on top of that. So in a way, well, in different ways, one's better than the other, because there's a lot of variety and lots of different gameplay styles which you can choose from in Overwatch. Whereas in Infinite Warfare you're stuck with what there is. But in a different way, Overwatch is a little bit worse in that sense, because a lot of the characters are different, and depending on their play styles and what maps and how good people are playing as the different things, it's very unbalanced, and some characters are a lot better on certain maps and in certain circumstances than on Infinite Warfare, whereas everything's balanced around the same sort of level. But there is always the difference in people's skill, but that's all that really comes into it. You can use almost any gun with any class setup and you can be doing good if you're good at the game. Whereas in Overwatch, all of the different characters have different abilities, and you're stuck with that. There's no real customization to that, so you're stuck with what they are, and if you're playing on a certain map, then it's going to be quite difficult. But what they do is they allow you to choose whichever character, so you can build up your skills in a lot of different characters, and then depending on what map and what other characters your teammates are playing as, you can choose what character you want to play as. Next I'm going to talk about the stories for both of the games. And in Overwatch the stories closely link into the multiplayer. I haven't played the multiplayer for long enough and I haven't done enough research to know exactly what the story is or how much it links in, but I know that they do closely link in from other videos that I have watched. Whereas on Infinite Warfare, there's quite a big difference between the multiplayer and the campaign, because they don't really link together. They're quite different in Infinite Warfare. They're trying to keep each thing separate. So if you want to play multiplayer, you're playing multiplayer, you're not playing part of the story. And if you're playing campaign, you're not playing multiplayer, you're playing campaign. You're purely focusing on that. Whereas Overwatch is like that in some senses, but in others it is quite a bit different. Finally, I'm going to talk about the different gameplay styles. So in Overwatch, it's a very fast-paced game. You have characters killing you from long distances and lots of characters playing from short distances. It's a very fast-paced game. There are lots of people all in the same area. Usually games are 6v6, but it feels like 100v100 with everything that's going on. It's a very fast-paced game. Whereas Infinite Warfare, it's a bit slower. It's not as fast-paced as Overwatch, but it is still quite fast-paced. Yeah, so I hope you guys did enjoy that video. Me comparing both of the two games, two of the greatest games in my opinion. Overwatch is an amazing game in my opinion, so is Infinite Warfare. Both very good games, both games that I'm going to be playing a lot of in the future and have played a lot of. But yeah guys, hope you have enjoyed that video. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also comment down below what you'd like to see us do in the future. But yeah guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace. Oh.